I'm just stressed. Aren't we all? Isn't that just part of life? Are these things you say or think? I'm Michele Thill with Newland Wellness, and I want to help you today go a little bit deeper with the thoughts of, is the stress I'm feeling just a daily stress, or is it something deeper that maybe I'm being called to look more into and even address at this particular time? You know, we live stressful lives. That sounds so normal to say that, doesn't it? Who doesn't have stress, right? And yet, stressors in our lives can be created daily. At the same time, for those of us who have been on this earth for a while, you know, midlife, 50 plus, and especially if you've been through any life transitions, like I have, divorce or death of a partner, even that empty nesting, and this is the season of that right now, or a career pivot where you're holding onto more than maybe you're even giving yourself credit for or realizing. You know, you're like, I just have to move forward, and I'm staying focused on what's in front of me, which is great. But there are times where that underlying, you know, you come home to a house that all of a sudden feels empty, and you feel that loneliness, or you're pondering gee, what's next? I thought I had my life pretty much figured out, and now I'm looking at, you know, now what and what's going to happen. And when we go through life with those type of transitions and situations, a lot of times it's with unresolved grief, because we haven't fully processed everything. And sometimes we kind of just shove it down to move on and move forward. And it adds up and builds up. And sometimes we don't even realize that it is that deeper stress that is maybe asking to be released and let go. So for an example, with something deeper, it's often disguised with that just feeling unsettled, feeling very fatigued, just feeling off. And you may not even know what the cause is. So that's one sign right there, because usually a daily stress trigger is just that. You know, all of a sudden there's bills to pay, and maybe you're, you know, worried about funding, or you're running late, or you're working on your computer and all of a sudden it freezes. And when that's resolved, when those things are taken care of, you're feeling more relaxed. You're feeling like, okay, that's all done now. Whereas when it's something deeper, it's you waking up feeling just exhausted and fatigued, even though you've had a full night's sleep. Again, you're just feeling like something is just off. You're more irritable. And it's those things where it's like you can't even really name it. It's just you're feeling it, and if you're not really mindful about it, you can just blow it off. That's just life. That's just me getting older. That's just, well, the world we live in today, blah, 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 blah. But I'm asking you to be more mindful and go deeper in, because those signs that you're having, that exhaustion, that foggy headedness, that irritability, that whatever you might be experiencing is an opportunity for you to look deeper within and see what is really going on, so that you can help yourself feel better and release. Stress can feel situational. Maybe it's like you feel your adrenaline pumping up, your heart's maybe racing a bit as you're doing a bunch of things all at once. And then, of course, once you get things done, you can take that breath and you feel more relaxed. But when it's something deeper, you feel that inside, that tightness, that heaviness, that unsettledness, even in moments when there aren't any daily stressors, when things seem to be going smoothly or peacefully, and you kind of just pay attention and notice, look at how I'm feeling right now. And that's what I'm asking you to do, is to be more mindful. Regular stress can help be relieved with, say you take a walk. That's one of my favorites. I take a walk and all of a sudden the daily stress, I start to unwind. Or maybe you take a power nap for 15 minutes or a meditation, something like that. You talk to someone and you feel that relief. But when it's something deeper, it's still gnawing at you, even when you're doing things that would normally help with the stress management tools. So this is a great time to reframe and ask yourself, what is this really about? Is it about today? Or is it about something deeper, something that I've been carrying? Now, you may not want to go there, but I feel like if you're listening to me and you're listening this far, that this is something that's resonating with you. And this is a sign for you to do just that, to start making an intentional action to journal or do reflective thinking, to dig deeper into what's really going on so that you ultimately help yourself feel better, feel more vibrant, feel more alive, feel like you're enjoying life and life just isn't passing you by. At this stage of our lives, and especially if you've been through something, like I said, that's a major change, we don't give ourselves enough credit for what we've been through and how we're moving forward. And we just, slough it off and keep going. But your body's telling you something. And I'm encouraging you to listen and to start digging in so that you can start bringing up what needs to be released. There are times where I will do this. I'll have that reflective thoughts, and all of a sudden things will pop into my head that had to do with my ex, for an example, that I didn't even realize I was still kind of carrying around from years ago. Maybe something he said or did or didn't say or didn't do, or some sort of situation. And I find all of a sudden it comes up, if you will. It comes to mind. And then what I do is I breathe into it. I take it in. I let that memory fully come up. I breathe into it. This is a Michael Singer, Untethered Soul. You breathe into it. Maybe I even shed a few tears and I release it and I let it go. Instead of getting worked up by it or instead of shoving it back down, I just look to let it out, so that it's out of my system. Those emotions that are trapped in us that we don't even realize, and they're coming out in ways our body is affected. It could even be you with high blood pressure, for an example. Yes, there's the daily stressors, but what's even deeper as well that's causing that? And so this is a chance for you to look into this and actually help yourself. Let go of those emotions. Let go of the dis-ease up here before it turns into disease in the body. And that's a Louise Hay right there. You know, what's dis-ease up here becomes disease in here. And I look to help you to now start releasing that and honoring yourself on the journey. Look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've grown. And instead of worrying about what's to come, get excited about the opportunities that are coming your way. Take that fear, and it's the same energy as excitement. Shift it to excitement, reframe it. And I want to leave you with a beautiful quote that could be a daily mantra. Something I actually have on a Post-it that I have up on my cabinet usually, just as a reminder throughout the day. This is from Wayne Dyer, and he once said, "I may not see it yet, but I trust that everything is unfolding perfectly." Because we do live in uncertain times, and in your life you've been through and are going through uncertain times. And it's trusting the process that everything is working out for you and not just happening to you. I will be back at another time. I'd love to hear what you think about this. And I also have a great free gift, which is an ultimate checklist for those in particular going through a life transition of how to shift your energy from the low, oh my gosh, what's happening, more into the, okay, I'm getting in control of what's happening, and I'm navigating in a new direction. So please click that if that resonates with you, and share this with someone who might need this message. I'm here to help all of us on this journey. We're all helping each other, and it's my honor to do so. And I want you to know I believe in you, and I will be with you again. Until next time, be well.